Oh my god, there is so much detail in this park that the game is breaking. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to Jurassic World Evolution 2 and possibly my best park yet? You will be the ultimate judge of that, but I'm excited to show you this park and hopefully give you inspiration for your next build. Some stats about this park. Mods 0, lagoons 8, species of marine reptiles 8, species of dinosaurs 3, tables and chairs 349, and yes, I counted. I deserve a like for that, come on. Planters, too many, and at the same time, never enough. The entry point of the park is actually on one of these islands, and it's this one right here. Guests arrive via helicopter, and then they have this nice entrance section to the park. We have the Jurassic gate up ahead. There is so much decoration in this park. It is actually insane. Let me switch to this mode. And yeah, you can see just how much stuff there is around here. It's a lot of planters, a lot of rocks, more planters mostly. There's like this little decorative bit of water right here, just a nice little pond. You can see that the game sort of cuts a little bit, like we lose a frame or two, and that's just because there is so much detail in this park. But what's really unique about this park is just the approach to it. Because it's an aquatic park, there was really only a limited amount of species that we could put in. We have the 8 marine reptile species, of course, and because the park was built during a live stream, I asked in a poll in the chat, do we want to also add Spinosaurus, Suchomimus, and Baryonyx? And of course that was a stupid question because of course the answer was yes. But that puts the total number of species at only 11, and that's obviously a really small amount. Normally you would put in a lot more species than that. And that gave the opportunity to really just use a lot of space for the aesthetics, and that's exactly what I did. So, you know, this entire section in this island, let me actually fly up. This is all just guest amenities, decorative stuff, a lot of path because of course, a lot of ginkgo trees because they really save the desert maps in my opinion. But you know, it's an oasis park. There's a lot of water, so I felt like we really had to get rid of the more desert type look of the park. And embrace it as an oasis, so that's why I call it the Arizona Oasis. In my imagination, and I think that is correct, the water in the lagoons is salt water, so that wouldn't be suitable to water all of the ginkgo trees and palm trees around here. So what I actually did, and I kind of like that idea, is if we fly over here, it's sort of like a touch of realism. This isn't a 9th lagoon, we only have 8 lagoons in this park, but this is a water reservoir, and this would be our fresh water. There's like a, I don't know, sort of filtration system over here. And that's what used to keep this oasis looking like an oasis. And that's just a little touch of realism that I really liked putting in here. Now, we've been to this first island, the center island, the entry point island. You can see just how many tables and parasols. I did really count them, I promise. You're free to count them yourself if you are so crazy. In this surrounding lagoon, we have the Tylosaurus, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually hop out, do this. There, this is Pablo. Chat was in charge of naming the dinosaurs, but I was not disappointed. One of the other ones is called Jaws. It's pretty funny. Yeah, so this is the first island. Let's hop over to... Actually, let's go to this island first. This island is sort of in between the Mosasaurus lagoon, which is this sort of Among Us or squid-looking thing, jellyfish-looking thing, and this lagoon over here, which is for the Kronosaurus, so it's Mosasaurus, Kronosaurus. And again, there's nothing... in terms of animals within this island, it's all just guest amenities, decorations, of course, attractions. Oh my god! I lied. There is definitely an animal in here. Okay. Okay, Chompy. Chompy is, you know, putting pressure on the on evolution over here. Chompy cannot wait to become a land animal. Jesus. The Elasmosaurus in one of the other lagoons also do that. It's, yeah, it's weird. We're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna pretend that this park is perfection. But yeah, there's just a lot of guest stuff over here, a lot of lights, and then guests can go up here. And there's another section, and this has viewing galleries overlooking the Kronosaurus lagoon. And I really liked this island idea. I couldn't get the lagoons quite perfect. Like there's a little bit more distance over here. It was quite a puzzle to get them like this. But overall, I'm really happy with how they fit together. Now this little island over here amidst the Kronosaurus lagoon. Let's actually first visit a Kronosaurus. These Kronosaurus are named after misspelled Italian food items. So this is this is serrato instead of risotto, and we also have paschetti. Oh no, paschetti is, oh no. Yeah, paschetti is he's digging out. He's trying to escape. He's digging out of the lagoon. There are a lot of glitches in this park, and I think it's because it's circular. So, although not really over here, but I think what's happening is the Mosa sort of like lay out a path, and they want to go from this part of the lagoon to this bit of the lagoon. But they end up just swimming out and getting stuck. And I think that's also what happens here. Like, he just wants to go from here to the other side. But, you know, there's land in the middle there, so it doesn't quite work. But, again, we're just gonna ignore that. So this is another island, and here we actually fit a exhibit in. Let's first look at this view. We're not seeing any of them, but it is a nice view. Oh, yes, we do see one of them. Here you go. This oats. I think all of the land dinosaurs are named after breakfast meal type things. So we have sausage, porridge. That's oats. We have toast strudel and breakfast burrito. We have a lovely bunch. So yeah, just a you know, a lovely little exhibit for the Suchomimus. Oh, Oats is waking up. Hey, Oats. There he goes. Oh yeah, wakey wakey. Eggs and bacon. Again, just a lot of decorative stuff. I also did a lot of combination with path, and what I really like doing in the desert maps, normally the gray path, which I used a teeny tiny bit of right here, normally the gray path is like my default. I use that most often. But what I did for the desert map, as you can clearly see, is I barely use the gray path, like only rarely for a little bit of an accent, but it's mostly the dirt path and the fancy path. It just matches the environment a lot better, and it really enhances that, like the warm tones of it, the look of it. I really recommend that if you are building a map, or if you are building on one of the desert maps. I think it makes a huge difference. I feel like it makes it look a lot more cohesive. I think the dark gray path stands out way too much. Let us go over to this section over here. We have staggered lagoons. So we're really making use of the you know, of the concrete sides of the lagoons. If you've seen my 5 tips on how to make lagoons more exciting, that was one of the tips. You know, just dig around it so you can expose this wall and place another lagoon in the lower sections so you can create, you know, something that's a little bit more interesting. Again, just so many parasols, so many planters. What's in here? I think the Atomburosaurus. Oh, it's not named yet. You know what, guys? You know what? You have a chance to participate. Of course, if you join a Saturday live stream, you can give name suggestions for the dinosaurs. You can also vote in polls to decide what kind of species we use, where we put them, what kind of biome we put them in. But I'm gonna give you guys in the comment section a chance to participate and give a name suggestion for the Atomburosaurus. They don't have names yet. That'll be very helpful. Give this park even more personality. What I also did over here, and again, just reusing one of my own tips from my own 5 tips for the lagoons video, I created like a little bit of a rooftop with the monorail to give this lagoon like a little bit of shade. We are in the desert after all. This was the only lagoon that really ended up being suitable for it because all of the other ones are just completely sandwiched by other stuff, and yeah, you'd lose a lot of the pillars and stuff like that. The idea over here, I'm sort of jumping all over the place, but it's such an expansive and detailed park that there's really not much point in going everywhere and like trying to do a walk around because we'd be here for hours. But these are the luxury hotels, and they have a private little seating area, a private little pond. I kind of liked using the space for that. Again, you know, park building becomes really interesting when you only have so many species to work with. You really start using the space differently for the other stuff. I really like this color combination for the buildings. It looks like it's terracotta buildings, which fit, you know, the theme of this map very well, I think. A little, you know, a little hacienda style, I guess. I really like that. It complements the path really well. More terracotta buildings over here, but I did switch it up in other parts of the park, so not all buildings look the same. Again, there's a lot of difference in terrain. For example, if we are up here with the Spinosaurus, let's have a look at them. Uh-oh. Spino? Oh, here you go. We have Pancakes and Waffles 2.0. Waffles 1.0 sadly passed away. But here we have Pancakes and Waffles 2.0. So yeah, we have this lovely section by the Spinosaurus exhibit. And of course, I used the Spinosaurus planters here. This is the only time when I did use the Spinosaurus planter to really indicate that this is where the Spino is. And like I said, a lot of terrain elevation differences, so guests go down over here. The camera can't go down. That's an interesting glitch in this game. We can't go down over here. But our guests can, thankfully. So guests can walk over here. They're below the lagoon. There's a guest section. And then they come back up to lagoon level, right here. Another guest section, because of course. By the way, you see a lot of concrete walls just in the guest sections, and that's what I use to hide the backs of the buildings, because they're very utilitarian. I think you literally see trash cans, so I always hide those from my guests. And then they can go up again, and we can also finally go up. Oh, sorry about that. So we can go up again, and if we turn it, you know, we have a nice little view of the area below. We see the lagoons, we see the walls of the raised lagoons, and it's just really important to have height in your park, you know, different elevations. What's in here? Let's see. We have the Liopleurodon with a 5 o'clock shadow. It makes me uncomfortable. It looks like a really... It looks like a neckbeard. It makes me very uncomfortable. But yeah, we have the Liopleurodon. We have our viewing opportunity right here. Let's lower it. Going down, first floor, women's underwear. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, lordy coming. Oh, yeah. Come on, then. Make haste. They do look very intimidating. I will give him that. Going back up. Men's underwear? I don't know. I always make that joke and it's never funny, so I don't know why. In terms of like transport in this park, let me actually go to map view maybe? Obviously all of the inner lagoons are not inner lagoons, the inner islands needed to be connected. And connected to the outside as well. You know, so that's like the inner loop. It goes like that. And I have one monorail track outside as well, sort of connecting the two furthest ends of the park. And as you can see, it's a 5-star park. That's pretty decent for me. Let's look into this exhibit. We have our view from up above. Here we have the Elasmosaurus. Is one trying to... Ooh. I thought he was maybe gonna swim into the ground. There's one already stuck in the ground. I saw it before. I will show you. See? Poor thing. Elasmo 001. I didn't name a lot of the marine reptiles because I added them after the stream ended. They look so funny. I'm sorry. Like, love them or hate them. They are funny. And this small lagoon over here has the Ichthyosaurus. Yeah, so we have a lot of those. Again, another like circular path with some decorative water, as I like to call it. Oh my god, looking at this park, I'm itching for the individually placeable trees. That'd be so good. Here's just like a walkway of flags. This is the access point to the water filtration system right there. That's just for staff only, or at least that's what we pretend. Let's see if there's like a special area of the park that we haven't been to yet. This is also a nice little elevated point. You can see the Attenborough Lagoon down below with its shaded area. Lots of tables and chairs. It is a shame that the guests don't interact with them at all, but it is what it is. Nice little hallway through here. We have a small hotel. Lots of guest amenities. So much. Let me just walk on through here. Another nice little roundabout. Ginkgo trees, rocks. They, you know, they make the magic happen. Here we can sort of look down at the private area for our VIP resort guests, I suppose. And this is back to the Spinosaurus exhibit. Oh, I'm forgetting one dinosaur, the Baryonyx, which is nestled over here. I really like this exhibit, actually, with like the semicircular cutouts over here. So we have the viewing opportunity. Oh, well, I see them, but they're in the distance. But it is a nice view. Yeah, and I really like how this turned out. So as a guest, you know, you would exit the monorail over here. This is as low as I can go. So we're a very tall guest. And you know, you can look through the fence over here and see the Baryonyx. That's kind of cool. So we have hash brown. I love these names. Hash brown. Let's see, bacon, scrambled eggs, and biscuit. Yeah, those are the only 3 dinosaurs in this park. And of course they were chosen as sort of like, you know, because they're semi-aquatic, so they fit. This is another nice little section, another roundabout, another little pond. I know, I'm really happy with how this turned out. Obviously, you guys are the ultimate judge, so state in a comment down below what you think of this park, but I'm really, really happy with it. Yeah, I'm quite chuffed. I'm not gonna lie. I'm patting myself on the back right now. I know it's super obnoxious. It's more like I really like building a lagoon park, so if you haven't done that yourself yet, 10 out of 10 would recommend. And really just go ham with all of the decorations. I think you're gonna love the result. It's gonna look so detailed, and I think you're gonna be just as proud of yourself as I am of myself. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Let me just hop into the map view one last time. Slim Shady. I love these names. It's so good. Anyway, so here is an overview, a map view of the entire park. Let me know in a comment down below what you think of it, and of course, as always, if you want more park building inspiration and specific park building tips, then consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to join the Saturday live streams, then ring the bell so you get a notification as soon as I go live, and I'd love to see you in chat as we build awesome parks like this together. Alright, thank you so much for watching, liking, subscribing, and until next time, enjoy the game.